Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JC Sports Replays as we bring you our first APBA Baseball game on the channel. It is April 13th, 1954, and today we will watch Henry Aaron make his Major League debut against the Cincinnati Reds. Thanks for joining me today, folks. Just settling in for a little afternoon surprise on the channel. I've been feeling like playing some APBA for, 2 weeks now. And had the 54 season just sitting and waiting for me. So, as a little deviation from our 86 replay, I thought this would be a good place to start. It occurs to me that I don't even have my laptop open, so I can't possibly see chat. So we should rectify that before we do anything else. Just got back from walking the pumps, enjoying this President's Day. A little extra day off from work. Been able to get some relaxation in. And I've played a couple of games of this season already. One game I should really tell you about if you're interested is the very first game we played between the Giants and the Dodgers, I believe, yep. Where somebody, if you can believe it, threw a no-hitter through 9. Very first game of the season that I played here in APBA. The first APBA game I've played in several months. Probably more than 6 months, actually. Just give me a moment to get the chat up, folks. Thanks for your patience. I jumped the gun going live here. I was so excited. Babe's also getting settled as you hear her shuffling around. All right, I think we've got chat up. Now I can just change this from top chat to live chat so I can see what everybody says. Welcome, folks. As I said, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 1954 APBA Major League Baseball, where you are the manager. Actually, I'm the manager. And actually, we're doing it as played because one of the things I really like about APBA is that all the cards are available. You don't need to see my lap or my hands under the table. So let's get that rectified. A little off kilter here. Un momento, por favor. Push this up a little. There we go. We've got a pretty good view of what's going on here in Cincinnati on April 13th, 1954. The crowd is excited for the debut of Henry Aaron. The Brewers will come in for this opening day of the 1954 season with a lineup that looks much like this. In center field, it'll be the reliable Bill Brutton. At second base today, Danny O'Connell batting second. Third baseman Eddie Matthews bats third. Andy Pofko is playing right field and batting fourth. The rookie Henry Aaron, out of Mobile, Alabama, will bat fifth. Joe Adcock, the first baseman, bats sixth. Johnny Logan is our shortstop, batting seventh. Sam Calderon is our catcher, batting eighth. And Bob Buell will be on the mound. In APBA terms, he is a DYW. And we're using the, the starting pitcher fatigue chart, which gives him, we rolled an extra 1 batter faced for him today, which means he'll be able to face 26 batters without fatigue. On the hometown side for the Cincinnati Reds, we're going to have Bobby Adams playing third and leading off. Roy McMillan, the shortstop, bats second. In center field, it'll be Gus Bell batting third. Big Ted Klaczewski bats fourth and plays first. Jim Greengrass plays left field and bats fifth. Johnny Temple, the second baseman, bats sixth. Wally Post, the outfielder, The outfielder. The right fielder bats 7th. Catcher Andy Semenuk bats 8th. And on the mound for Cincinnati, Bud Podbilen. Podbilen? I'm going with Podbilen. He is a D pitcher with no modifiers, and he was a 24 BF. He rolled a -4, so he's going to only be able to face 20 guys today without fatigue. Hey, Double D, thanks for joining me today. So I haven't streamed an APBA game before, so bear with me. I'm not quite as proficient at APBA as I am with Strat, owing to a difference of about 6 months of APBA experience and about almost 40 years of Stratomatic experience. So we've got our Yankee Stadium Michigan and Trumbull dice box ready to go. We've also got the score sheets for 1954. We've printed out the first 40 games from Baseball Sim Research, which is Ron Bernier's website. And we've made sure the rosters are set to the guys who appeared for these teams and for all the teams in 1954 by looking at the first week of the season. And if they appeared in a game, they're on the roster. So that's how we're doing it. How did I get all the players available? The set you had recently didn't have them all. Well, so Double D, there's a list on the website of seasons that they've reprinted now with where they've reprinted them and made every player available as part of the base set. 1954 is one of them. There's a few others. The older you go back, the more of them you'll find. I think the modern ones you can get all the players, but you have to buy the extra cards. But I'm not an APBA expert. I didn't really want to go back prior to 1954, or actually prior to the 50s for my first set. So I looked for the first set in the 50s they had available, where every player was printed and carded. So that was 54. So what year did you get, I wonder? In any case, we've got the official APBA dice that came with my game, as well as the shaker. So rather than dropping them down, we're just going to be shaking them and throwing them into the stadium like so. Hey, we got a 44 right off the bat, but that didn't count. We weren't playing ball yet. So pardon me while I sip a little tea. I'd planned on streaming more yesterday, but my throat really was a little worn out from, quite a lot of broadcasting. And I just spilled my tea, so give me 1 second. Only a little bit. We got to clean up the tea, man. We got to clean it up, bro. Spilled a little tea.
Oh, okay?
Yeah, it was a little too full there. That's all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you. It doesn't help that I'm reaching behind me here the way I'm set up, but that's all right. So we're playing basic. I don't do the master game for APBA. I'm not really interested in it, to be honest with you. Who knows if that'll change? You have 89. Yeah, they didn't do all the 80 seasons yet. That was one of the reasons I actually went back to the 50s. I think you can go from 54 all the way through like 70, somewhere in the 70s. I think you can do every player is carded for every season for almost 20 consecutive years, and then they start jumping around a little bit. But 89 is a good season, though. Just picked up 89 actually myself in full classic baseball. I don't know if they card every player or not. Actually, I know they do, but you have to print out some of the fringe players yourself. But they give you the PDF as well as the printed season if you order the printed season, so that's pretty cool. I guess the PDF comes with every player. But anyway, I'm kind of excited about this one. Braves at Reds, pretty good lineups here, some notable names, and the most notable being Henry Aaron. This is his very first Major League game, folks. I believe he was, how old is Hank? He was born in 34. But I don't know when his birthday is. Let's see. February 5th, so we've just passed his birthday here in real life as well. He would have been, is he still alive? I think Hank's still alive, isn't he? Or did he pass recently? That means he'd be 90 right now. Man, my throat is still recovering, but so he'd be 20 years old making his Major League debut. We've got a couple of mediocre pitchers. who will eat some innings. A couple of D pitchers here in APBA. Buell is a DYW, and Podbilen is a D with no modifiers. So we'll get this game started. I actually really enjoy APBA Basic a lot. It's just fun. The game flows well. And as I've gotten used to referencing the charts efficiently and memorizing some of the results, it's really become one of my favorite games. So I thought it'd be time to play a little on the channel, take a break from 86 for one day or two. You have a set of Fall Classic too? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Double D. I haven't tried it. I think I got 64 and 89 with my initial game order, so that'll be fun. Well, leading things off, center fielder for the Milwaukee Brewers, Bill Bruton, or Brutton, depending on how you say it. I actually don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody call his name out loud. We're going to go Brutton, because that's the one that comes off my tongue easiest. So, Podbilen is on the mound. He's ready, and the first pitch to Bruton is a 61. That's a 27. The defense for both teams is a 2. So if I am correct, that's a 5-3. Grounder down to third. Adams is there and makes the play over to Kluszewski for the first out of the inning. My dog has decided somebody's walking outside, and that offends her greatly, so pardon her. My throat is still a little raw, but we're going to get through it. So 1 out, and here's Danny Connell, the second baseman for Milwaukee. I said the Brewers, didn't I? It's the Braves. Hey, we got a 66 right off the bat. O'Connell's a double card. That's a 0. And that's a 54. Second column 6 off of a D is going to be a double to right center. So O'Connell rattles one into the gap. Recovered out there by a post. He gets it in, and O'Connell finds himself at second base. So 1 on in scoring position. Hey.
Just looking at.
The dog is growling because the other dog is looking in. This is my life, folks. It's all good. It's a beautiful life. So O'Connell's on second, and here's Eddie Matthews, the third baseman. 1 out. The pitch from Podbilen is a 36. Guys seeing those okay? Yeah, I think so. Maybe moving it a little. So 36 is a, whoops, we didn't flip it, a 14. Which against the 2 is going to be a base on ball. So Matthews awarded the free base with the base open. And now it's first and second with 1 out for Pafko. Andy, a very good hitter. Professional hitter, you might say, and it's a 56. That's a 13. That's probably trouble. Let's flip to the correct second and third. And that is a strikeout. So Podbilen strikes out Pafko for the second out of the inning. And here's what we've been waiting for, folks. First and second, 2 outs, and Henry Louis Aaron comes to the plate. Aaron bats right. Podbilen to deliver. And that's a 16. 28. Infield was not in, so better out at first on a grounder to short. That's going to be a 6-3. Grounded down to McMillan, who fires to Kluszewski to retire the speedy Aaron. And that'll do it, folks. A 1-2-3 inning with a double and a walk interspersed in there. So 5 up, 3 down, if you'll forgive. And the Reds will come up to bat. It's going to be Adams, McMillan, and Bell. Never have my arms starred in so many videos. Here's Bobby Adams, the third baseman for Cincinnati. How about a 53? That's a 20. On a 2, it's probably an error. That's an E4. I don't keep track of fielding stats, guys, so I don't worry too much about the error randomizer. So Adams reaches on the E4. Runner on first. Nobody down. And here's Roy McMillan. 56. That's a 34. Do we have a Y? We do. Strikes him out. So Buell strikes out McMillan for the first out of the inning. Adams still at first. And that'll bring up Gus Bell. Bell, the center fielder. How about a 45? 14. That's going to be a base on balls. So Buell is a little outside, loses Bell, and it's now first and second with 1 down for Big Ted Kluszewski. Big left-handed batter, Kluszewski, out of Argo, Illinois. I really like the APBA cards because of the extra information you get on them. And I really like the new APBA cards because of the stats on them. So Buell is on the mound. He takes a look at Adams. Bobby not going anywhere. He'll be looking for a double play. Kluszewski at 12. How about a 25? That could be exactly what the doctor ordered. Grounder down to second. Fielded by O'Connell. Flips to Logan and on to Adcock at first. A 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So no runs, one left. We're through one. And there's no score. It'll be Adcock, Logan, and Calderon against Bud Bylan. Here's Joe Adcock, the first baseman for the Braves. How about a 23? 27. We're on the wrong chart, but I believe that's going to be a 53. Unless there's an X, and there's not. So grounded down to Adams again. Over to Kluszewski. There's one away. Here's Logan. Shortstop Logan has some pop. By way of Endicott, New York. How about a 13? And that's a base on balls. Bud Bylan loses Logan, and Johnny's on first with one out. Bring up the catcher, Sam Calderon. Logan perched at first. 22, that's a 7 on a D. That's a single to... Oop, is it a single? Damn it. Now that I'm paying attention to broadcasting, I'm forgetting. A single to right. So Calderon goes the other way, and that's through the right side. Logan is going to hustle over to third, so it'll be first and third with one out for Bob Buell. Bob not going to try to squeeze here. Logan's a little quick, but not that quick. The pitch from Bud Bylan. Buell, it's a 44-36. Uh-oh. What's going on here? First and third. And runner on first steals second. Other holds. If there's a slow runner at first, he holds. I don't know if Calderon's slow or not. No, he's normal. So Calderon picks up a stolen base, and now it's second and third with one out. And Buell is back in the box. One ball, no strikes. How about a 34? That's a 31, which will be a fly out to center. Shallow. Gus Bell is there, and he gets the ball in quickly. Logan has to retreat to third. No tag. There's two away. So second and third, 2 men out, and here's Bruton. He grounded out to first. Grounded out to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. How about a 53? That's a 16. Second and third, please. Single to center, 1 run scores. The other scores and batter to second on a wild throw. So a base hit for Bruton. Logan scores easily, an RBI. And fielded by Gus Bell. He throws it in, but it's way wide, and Calderon's going to come home on the error. So E8. And that's 2 runs. And did he go to second? Is that what he said? 16. Yep, and the batter makes his way down to second. So Brutton ends up at second on the error by the center fielder Bell, and it's 2-0 Milwaukee. That'll bring up O'Connell. Runner on second, 2 down. There's a big 2-out error there. And O'Connell is 1 for 1 with a double so far today. That's a 15. How about an 8 on a D? Single over second, runner scores. S is out at home. I don't think Burton is an S, but we'll double check. Nope, he's quick. So what did I say, 15, 8? Nope. So a base hit for O'Connell. Bill Brutton comes home, and it's now 3-0. Milwaukee stringing together a 2-out rally here, and it's going to be Eddie Matthews up with O'Connell at first. How about a 61 for him? That's a 14 base on balls. Does he have a Z? But Bylan does not have a Z, so that's a walk to Matthews, and it's first and second now. 2 down. Still 2 down in the top of the second. The Braves have scored 3, and they're looking for more. It'll be Pafko up next. Pafko struck out his first time up. And that's a 55. That's probably going to be trouble. An 8. Single over short. Run. 1 scores. Other to third. with 2 outs. So Pafko with an RBI single. Matthews to third. It's now first and third with 2 down, and here's Aaron. The bullpen's going already. Byland getting shelled here in the second. Aaron at the plate, a 44. This could be trouble. A 7. Single to left. 1 runner scores, the other to second. So a hard hit ball through the left side. Greengrass fields it quickly. Matthews will score. Pafko stops at second as the throw comes in, but it's an RBI base hit for Hank Aaron, his first base hit in the major leagues. Congratulations, Henry. Welcome to the bigs. That'll make it first and second. And Byland's giving up 5. He's getting shelled. He's going to take it to the showers. He's going to take the rest of the day off, folks. So Byland only goes 1 2/3. The Brewers put up 5 so far in the second, and it's 1. Let's see what Byland did. 2, 3, 4, 5. He gave up 6 hits, no homers. We don't know about the runs yet. It's 5 so far. Walks, 1, 2, 3 walks and 1 K. And he makes a quick exit. The bullpen's going to get some work today for Cincinnati. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go to, let's see, get these guys in the order I like them. Looks like they're going to go to Herm Wehmeyer for the long relief. Wehmeyer is coming in. So Byland's out. Never did get to bat today. He likes to hit, so he's sad about that. And Herm Wehmeyer is coming in. He is a C1. Doesn't affect their fielding. And we're not worried about his fatigue. He'll go as long as they need him to. So first and second. Just want to get myself settled comfortably here, folks. Not quite lined up where I want to be. So first and second, 2 outs, and it's going to be Joe Adcock coming up. Adcock grounded out to first his first time up. Grounded out to third his first time up. That's an 11. That's a 0, so we need to re-roll. How about a 65? That's an 8 on the C. It's going to be a single over short. So Adcock with a base hit. Pafko around second. He will score. Aaron makes it easily over to third. And another RBI. That's 3 RBI singles in a row. And 5 of the last 6 batters with an RBI single. It's now 6-0 Milwaukee. We're still in the second. It's first and third now. And Johnny Logan drew up. Logan walked and scored a run his first time up. 43. About a 29. That might finally end the inning. It's going to be a chopper back to the pitcher. Wehmeyer takes it and tosses over to first to retire the side. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in the second. And the Braves will lead the Reds 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. It's going to be, oops, what did I do? Greengrass, Temple, and Post to try to get something going for Cincinnati. Here's Jim Greengrass. He plays left field and makes his first at-bat of the season. How about a 36? That's a 33. We're on the wrong chart again. I'll get it down, don't worry. And that's going to be a strikeout. Buell strikes him out. His second of the day. And here's Johnny Temple, second baseman Temple. Solid hitter. 32 is a 26. That's going to be a grounder to second. No problem for O'Connell. He throws out Temple, and there's 2 down quickly. Buell doing exactly what his manager would like him to do, which is shut him down after he's been given a lead. Bring up the right fielder Wally Post. Wally's got power. He can't hit a 6-run homer, so he should just try to get on base, and that's exactly what he does. Draws a base on balls, takes the last pitch outside, and ambles down to first with a 2-out walk. I'll bring up Andy Semenick. The catcher Semenick. That's from the right side. Buell with the delivery. It's a 5-3. How about an 18? And grounded down to short, and Logan boots it. So an error on Logan. Post to second with 2 outs, and Wehmeyer comes up. So first and second. They're not going to pinch hit for Wehmeyer. It's 6-0. He just got in there. The pitch from Buell at 26. That's a 12. And grounded down to short. Logan has it. He flips to O'Connell to get Semenick. Wehmeyer officially reaches on the fielder's choice, but that's the final out of the inning. And after 2 complete, we have a 6-0 lead for the Braves. Coming up, Calderon, Buell, and Brutton. So here's Sam Calderon. A 66, that's a 6 on a C. Should be a double to right center field. A ringing double for Calderon, his second hit of the day. And with a big 6-0 lead, Buell normally would lay down a bunt here. He's going to hit away. So Wehmeyer looks in for the sign. He gets one he likes from Semenick, and Buell waits. A 25. It's a 13. Strikes him out. Where was the cutoff? 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it was right there. So Buell strikes out for the first out of the inning. Calderon's on second. Hey, Doug Hunt. Hey, thanks for subbing, Doug. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate that. I'm doing well. How are you? Just trying to break up my Stratomatic insanity with a little APBA today. I have a bunch of different baseball games, and I keep getting more. But APBA Basic is one of my favorites just for how it flows. Of course, I'm making it awkward now because I'm paying attention to the broadcast and trying to do a good play-by-play. But I love how you can blow through these games. So Calderon at second, and Brutton comes up. He's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI and a run scored. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Don't worry, we're going back to Strat. We'll be playing 1986 later tonight on the Stratomatic side. But I wanted to do something where I didn't have to play every single game of the project on the channel, as I've committed to do with 86. So I was playing a little APBA today. I thought I'd broadcast one, and it's Henry Aaron's debut, so we're having some fun. Well, here's the pitch from Wehmeyer. It's a 33 to Bruton, or Brutton, if you prefer. That's a 7, and that's going to be a single to right. He actually pulls one through the right side. Calderon's around third. He will score, and that makes it 7-0 Milwaukee. As the Braves add on here on Henry Aaron's debut day. Of course, nobody could have known what Aaron was going to be, but he did debut at 20 years old. One of the reasons I like 54 also is some big guys had their rookie years this year. In addition to Aaron, you have Ernie Banks and Al Kaline, I believe, is a rookie in 54. There's probably a few more than that, but those are the names I remember. We've got a runner on first here is Danny O'Connell. O'Connell 2 for 2 today, a single, a double, a run scored, and a run batted in. Button's on first with 1 out, and that's a 42. You see that one over there? Oh, you can see it in the corner. That's good. And he strikes him out. Wehmeyer gets O'Connell on strikes, and there's 2 down now for Eddie Matthews. Matthews has walked twice and scored a run. Yet to have an official at-bat this year. Lead pitch from Wehmeyer, it's a 63. 32, that's a fly ball out toward right. No problem out there for the right fielder post. He puts it away for the 3rd out. But the Braves add 1 on, and it's now 7-0 Milwaukee. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be the top of the order for Cincinnati, Adams, McMillan, and Bell, pardon me. Need something different sometimes. A lot of games out there to try. Yeah, I just like a different flow, especially I'm playing super advanced strat, so APBA Basic's a nice complement to that. Especially for an older season where I don't know the players as much, and I just want to get a feel for some of the names I grew up listening to tales about, but never actually got to saw play. So, well, here's Adams. He reached on an error his first time. Buell is ready. And the pitch, a 45. And that's a base on balls. Adams lays off a low one and draws a walk. So Bobby ambles down to first. And that'll bring up McMillan. Buell delivers to McMillan, 65. That's a 35. And he pops this one up, I think. Nope, actually he doesn't. He fouls one off, and then the next one's low for ball 4 because Buell is a W. So first and second now with nobody out. Cincinnati trying to get something going. And it'll be Gus Bell. Bell drew a walk his first time up. How about a 12? That's a 25 on the APBA charts. Grounded down to short. Logan has it. He flips to O'Connell and onto Adcock. A 6-4-3 double play. Adams will go over to third, but there's 2 outs now. So with Adams at third, it's Ted Kluszewski coming up. Ted grounded into a double play to end the first. Big power-hitting left-hander. Buell delivers a 61. That's a 37 on the chart. Pops this one up over toward first base. Adcock is there, makes the catch to retire Kluszewski. And Buell gets out of trouble with some good defense. Still 7-0 Milwaukee as we head to the 4th. It's going to be Pafko, Aaron, and Adcock coming up. Andy's 1 for 2 and drove in a run and scored one. Here's a 36. That's a 33 on the chart. Is he a Y? No, he's not. Pop fly out toward the center of the diamond, and Temple makes the call and the catch to retire Pafko 1 away. Here's Aaron. Aaron's 1 for 2 in his major league debut. He drove in a run with a single last time up. Remeyer on in relief is set. A 55. That could be trouble. An 8 on a C. That's a single to left center. Hank has his second base hit of the day and of his career. And he'll stop at first, with Adcock coming up behind him. Adcock had an RBI single his first time up, or his last time up. He's 1 for 2. You can't blame him. Everybody had an RBI single last inning, or 2 innings ago. So Aaron at first being held. It's a 52, 27. Let's see. That might be a fielder's choice. I need more light. Grounded down to third. It's taken there by Adams. He fires to Temple at second, and they retire Aaron on the fielder's choice. Adcock is on with 2 outs now. I have to think more about how to call these games than I do strat, because I don't know the boards as well as I know the strat cards, Well, here's Johnny Logan with Adcock at first and 2 down. Wemmeyer pitches. It's a 14-30. That's a fly ball out toward left field. Greengrass is there and puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 left for Milwaukee. They don't score. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Reds trail by 7. It's Greengrass, Temple, and Post coming up. Here's Greengrass. He struck out his first time up. Buell to deliver. 24 is a 13. He'll strike out again. 3rd K of the day for Buell, and Greengrass takes a seat. Here's Temple. Grounded out to second his first time up. He's 0 for 1. About a 53. A 19. That's in that error area, and it's an E5. Grounded down to Matthews, but he boots it. So Temple reaches on the error. And with 1 out, Wally Post will come to the plate. Wally walked his first time up. About a 62. 27. I think we're going to have another fielder's choice here. Yep, grounded down to third. Matthews is there, fires to O'Connell to get Temple the short way. And Post reaches first. There is no throw. So 2 down now. Post on first. And Andy Semenuk coming up, the catcher. Reached on an error his first time up. Hey, DJ John. You played this game using Strat PC. Milwaukee won 7-4. Hank went 0 for 4. Just telling me for giggles. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I may score this replay using Strat PC, to be honest with you. But we'll see. This is the third game I've played today to kick off this 1954 APBA replay that I've been itching to get to. So we'll be playing that alongside 86. I'm going to show all the 86 games on the channel. I'm only going to show the occasional APBA game, maybe one game a day or so. One game per calendar day of the replay, I mean. So post on first. Here's Semenuk with 2 outs. Buell delivers. 25 is a 9. And Buell is a D still. It's a grounder down to second, and O'Connell has to range deep into the hole, picks it, fires, and Semenuk beats it to first by a step. So Andy with the infield hit. The slow-footed catcher hit that one so slow and so deep down in the second base hole that by the time it got there was really no play. So it's first and second now. And Wehmeyer comes up. Question now, should they pinch hit for him? He's only gone, this is only his third inning of work. They've got a long way to go and they're down by 7. So they're going to hope Wehmeyer can find a little lightning in a bottle and get a base hit. They'd like some more innings out of him. He is their long man. So post on second, Semenuk on first. Wehmeyer at bat. He's 0 for 1. How about a 63? That's a 32. Fly ball out toward right field. Hafko will have the room and makes the catch to retire the side. So Cincinnati leaves 2. Perhaps they should have pinch hit for Wehmeyer. I guess we'll never know. It's 7-0 Braves as we go back to the top of the 5th. It's Calderon due up, followed by Buell and Bruton. Calderon's got 2 base hits today, a single and a double. He stole a base and scored 2 runs. It's a 41. That's a 24 on the chart. Grounder down to short. McMillan is there and fires to Kluszewski to retire Calderon for the first out of the inning. So Sam's not going to bat 1,000 this year. He had high hopes for a moment, but they were quickly dashed on that ground ball. Here's Buell. He's 0 for 2. Wehmeyer deals a 24. That's a 2-9. Nope, no X. So a chopper back to Wehmeyer. He fields it and tosses to Kluszewski at first to retire Buell 2 away. That'll bring up Bruton. He's got 2 base hits and 3 tries. He's driven in a pair. How about a 62? That's a 29 again. Another chopper back to Wehmeyer. He takes his time and throws out Bruton at first. So 1-2-3 for Wehmeyer. Milwaukee cannot add to their lead, but they'll hang on with 7 out in front of Cincinnati. Top of the order for the Reds coming up in the 5th. Adams, McMillan, and Bell. Adams 0 for 1 with a base on balls. Here's a 56 from Buell. That's a 34, and that's a strikeout. So Buell strikes out Adams to start the 5th. His 4th strikeout of the day. We'll bring up McMillan, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a K. How about a 13? That's a base on balls. A little low, and McMillan walks for the 2nd time today. So runner on first, 1 out. Here is Gus Bell. One of my favorite players from this era. I don't know why. Just is. Could be a carryover. Wasn't he featured a little bit in Jim Bouton's book? I think he might have been. It's been a long time since I read Bouton's book before, though. It's a good read if you get a chance. So McMillan on first. Bell is up, and Adams, and there's 1 out. Buell ready. Bell waits. A left-hander. 16. That's a 28. Runner on first. Grounder down to short. That'll be no problem for the Amble Logan. He fires, only has 1 play over to first to Adcock to retire Bell, and McMillan down to second with 2 outs now. It's a lazy day for baseball as Ted Kluszewski comes to the plate. The big left-hander's been having trouble with Bob Buell today. 0 for 2, grounded out and popped out. Runner on second, 2 down. The pitch to Kluszewski is a 55. There we go. That's a 7 against Buell, who is still a D, I believe. He is. That's a single to right, and the runner will score. McMillan's going to come around and get the first run of the day, and Buell cannot grade advance. Buell would have gone to a C grade after this inning if he had kept it scoreless, but instead it's now 7-1, and Klazuski's on first for Greengrass. Greengrass has struck out twice today. How about a 42? That's a 40. And what is that? A pop out on the infield with 2 outs, and Adcock's there to make the catch. Greengrass retired. The Reds finally break through. They score 1, leave 1. It's 7-1 as we head to the 6th. It's going to be O'Connell, Matthews, and Pafko, the 2-3-4 hitters for Milwaukee. O'Connell has 2 base hits and 3 tries. Wehmeyer deals a 64. It's going to be a strikeout for Wehmeyer, his 3rd of the day. Second time he's got O'Connell today. And there's 1 away here in the 6th. Brings up Matthews. He's walked twice and flown out to right. Eddie waits. Here's the pitch from Herm Wehmeyer. It's a 56. It's a 34 and pops it up on the infield, and no problem there. McMillan calls everyone off and makes the play for the second out. Do I follow modern day ball? I do, John. I do. I don't watch every game like I might have back in the day. Probably my heyday was the late 80s through the late 90s. But I still do turn on a ball game in the background if I have a chance, and I try to watch the playoffs and the World Series as much as possible. I had a lot of fun watching the Braves last year whenever I got the chance, as well as that exciting team in Cincinnati. Oddly enough, those are the 2 teams I have on the field right now, and those are the first 2 teams that came to mind for 2024. I'd actually really like to do some sort of 2023 replay. I think it was a great season for baseball, the best in a long time. And despite the rule changes and whatever you may think about it, it was an exciting season to watch. So, what's up, Sports Time Machine? Welcome to this inaugural APBA stream on my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Here's Pafko. There's 2 down, and Wehmeyer is ready to deliver. Pafko bats right. It's a 16, 28. It's going to be a grounder to short. No problem there for the shortstop McMillan. He tosses over to first, and Pafko's retired for the 3rd out. A 1-2-3 again for Wehmeyer. He's retired 8 in a row now, in relief of Pod Bylan, who got shelled early. And it'll be Temple, Post, and Semenuk coming up for the Reds. The Reds finally got on the board last inning. They trail 7-1 as we go into the bottom of the 6th, and Johnny Temple comes to the plate. Temple, 2 ground balls. He reached on an error. 0 for 2 in the box score. Lunch break. Nice, Sports Time Machine. I have today off, so you're more a radio guy than TV. You listen to as many games as possible. That's cool, man. I have the MLB subscription, and I like to listen when I'm in the car, too. I do a lot of... I spend a lot of time in the car in the summer. I do some delivery gig work, to supplement my income so I can afford all these wonderful baseball sets and other sports things, not to mention take the wife out to dinner once in a while. And usually I'll do it when there's a ball game to listen to. I don't like doing it in the winter because, number 1, it's cold. Number 2, it's icy, and it gets dark early. Here's Johnny Temple. The pitch from Buell is a 63. How about a 31? Fly ball out towards center. No problem for Brutton, and he retires Temple for the 1st out of the inning. Wally Post coming up. He's 0 for 1 and reached on a walk his first time up. 1 out. The pitch from Buell. It's a 23. How about a 26? Believe that's a grounder to second, and it is. O'Connell's there and tosses to Adcock for the 2nd out of the inning. Buell coming up on his fatigue dot in a moment. But he's got a big lead, so we might let him do some work. Also, he's a D. It can't get any worse. Here's Semenuk. Semenuk 1 for 2. He also reached on an error. 46, and that's a strikeout. 5th of the day for Buell. And Semenuk is retired. 1-2-3 inning for Bob here in the 6th. We'll go to the 7th. Milwaukee with a 7-1 lead here on opening day in Cincinnati. Good Lord, indeed. So here's Hank Aaron, the star of the day so far. Hank is making his major league debut out of Mobile, Alabama. The 6-foot slender right-hander. It says 190 on his card, but I bet you he was probably 170 in 1954. Is 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. A promising start for this youngster. Here's Wemmeyer in there for probably his last inning of relief. He's gone quite a distance. We'll see, though. He is due to lead off, and they probably won't let him do that. It's a 25. That's going to be an 8. Wow, didn't expect that. An 8 on a C. Should be a base hit. It is a single to left center, and Aaron's got his 3rd hit of the day. So Henry's on first. And here's Adcock. Adcock 1 for 3 with an RBI of his own today. Nobody out, and Aaron on first. It's a 54. Fly ball out toward right field. No problem out there for Wally Post. He makes the catch, and Aaron will retreat to first. 1 away. I'll bring up Donnie Logan. Logan 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Wemmeyer at 13. 14, that could be a base on balls, and it is. It's low. Aaron will amble down to second. Logan trots to first. So first and second now. I'm using the basic boards from the most recent release of the game, if you're wondering, if anybody cares about such things. So first and second, 1 out. Here's Calderon. He's 2 for 3 on the day. A couple of runs scored on a stolen base. Wemmeyer deals a 46. That's a 13. Strikes him out. The 4th of the day for Wemmeyer. That's the 2nd out of the inning here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Buell. Buell with a 7-1 lead is going to stay in for the 7th. So he will bat. First and second, 2 down. Here's Bob Buell. 0 for 3 on the day. How about a 35? Strikes him out. The 5th of the day for Wemmeyer. He ends in style, and that will be his final batter. So I want to do the book on Wemmeyer when we get a sec here. I like to mark my pitchers down as we get through them. Which reminds me, Pod Byland gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. Were they all earned? They might have been. That would not have been an out. 2 outs. All earned. And Wemmeyer ended up going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a third. Nice relief outing for Wemmeyer. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. No homers. A single earned run. And walks and Ks, let's see. 0-1. Well, we know we got 4 strikeouts. How about walks? Just 1. So 1 walk and 4 Ks for Wemmeyer in his relief outing. And there he is. He will not lead off this inning. Make sure I'm putting him back in the right place. I also did the trades, obviously, since we're playing as played. So 79 Yankees are 0-4, and Thurman, using his 78 card, is on for the season so far. Is 0 for the season so far. The stat guy's trying to tell you something. You're a mailman, so I'm out about every day. Home doing outside chores. Always have a game on, either tabletop or via YouTube. Lots of good programmers. That's awesome, DJ John. Sounds like a peaceful job. I've thought about going that route. I don't know if they'll hire me at 51, but or if they even hire full-time anymore. 0 for the season. That's rough, Sports Time Machine. I hope he turns it around. Munson was my favorite as a very young child. So it's not going to be Wemmeyer facing Buell. It's going to be somebody who can get on base. Somebody like, oh, maybe, wait. I got these guys out of the order I like them in. Give me a sec. I like to keep them in usage order. So, no, he's the catcher. We're going to go Merriman. Lloyd Archer Citation Merriman. I don't know why they call him Citation, but they do. At least according to APBA. Will pinch hit for Wemmeyer. Try to get something going. Oh, so nothing doing for Milwaukee in the 7th. Buell comes out to pitch the 7th. He's at his fatigue dot right now, so he can't get worse than a D, though. So here's Merriman. A 16-28. I'm on the wrong page. That's a grounder down to short, no problem for Logan, and he fires to retire Merriman for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Adams. Adams 0 for 2 with a walk today. We'll get this one moving. It's a 62. Strikes him out. 6th K of the day for Buell. And that brings up McMillan. McMillan 2 walks and a run scored. 0 for 1 on the day. 52. 27 is a grounder down to third, I believe. Yep. It's going to be no problem for Eddie Matthews. He fires across the diamond to Adcock. A 1-2-3 for Buell here in the 7th. Things are looking pretty good for Milwaukee. They lead 7-1. It'll be the top of the order coming up for the Braves, and we'll have to see who the pitcher is for the Reds. Let's take a look at who's available. This one's pretty far gone, so we're probably looking for some mop-up work. We're going to go with Howie Judson. Judson will come in. And I think he's going to fit right in where Merriman was. So Merriman's day is done. He will not play defense. He is a C1. Doesn't affect the defense, which is already a 38. So Judson will take Merriman's place in this little lineup over here. And we'll probably pitch the 8th and 9th, barring some amazing comeback. So Brunton is ready to face Judson. Bill is 2 for 4 on the day. A couple of RBIs and a run scored. 54. It's a fly ball to right. Post is there and retires Brunton for the first out of the 8th. Give him a better card so he doesn't get hurt or get mad to try to fly home. It's like a full season card and you can't buy a hit. Well, listen, he'll turn it around. You know how it is. It's streaky. Give him time. Here's O'Connell. O'Connell 2 for 4 on the day. 51 is a 9 against a C. Should be a pop fly. That's going to be a pop out on the infield. Adams is there and retires O'Connell. 2 away quickly here. Nice job by Judson. And here's Matthews. Eddie's got 2 base on balls and 0 for 2 otherwise. How about a 65? That's a 35. That is a grounder down to first. Kluszewski will handle it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 for the new pitcher, Judson. Nothing doing for the Braves in the 8th. And the Reds will come up in the 9th, in the bottom of the 8th. Buell still on the mound to face the heart of the order, Bell, Kluszewski, and Greengrass. Some light work in the bullpen for Milwaukee. Here's Bell. He's 0 for 2 with a base on balls today. That's a 66. There we go. That's a 0 for Bell. Going to need a double column, 56. That's a 6 against Buell's D. That's a 2-bagger to right center field. So Bell with his first hit. A leadoff double here in the 8th. And that bullpen gets a little more active out there for Milwaukee. Kluszewski now up. He's 1 for 3. Drove in the only run for Cincinnati so far. Bell on second, nobody out. The pitch from Buell is a 15. 8. On the D, that's a, whoops, wrong page. That's what that is. A single to center. And, oops, we're still on the wrong page. Hold on. I think that's going to be an RBI. Unless Bell is a slow runner, he's not. So a single to center. Bell's around third. He will score. Kluszewski with another RBI single. He's the only guy who's driven in anybody today. And it's now 7-2. So Kluszewski on first, and here's Jim Greengrass. That's right. And Buell is pitching from the stretch, 63. Fly ball out toward left field, no problem there for Aaron. And Hank retires Greengrass for the first out of the inning. Johnny Temple coming up. Temple's 0 for 3. And that's a 33. I don't think he's 0 for any more. That's a single to right. Temple goes the other way, and Kluszewski will hustle over to third ahead of the throw. Throw comes into the cutoff man. So first and third. Buell looking a little tired. And here's Wally Post. Post is 0 for 2 with a base on balls today. Milwaukee playing back, looking for a double play. How about a 45? Instead, it's a 14, and that is a walk to fill the bases. And I think that's going to be it for Buell. Yep, here comes the manager. He said, Bob, you did a great job, but let us take it home for you. So Buell's going to be out. So we do our card management shuffle here. He stands to win it, but the bases are loaded full of Reds. And let's see who's coming in. Well, it's going to be Dave Jolly. An A reliever. And a real workhorse. 47 games and 111 innings pitched. You see an 11-6 record with 10 saves. So he's an A1 YW. That'll decrease their fielding to 36, but still in the 2 range just barely. So Jolly will face the rest of the Reds order here with the bases loaded and 1 out to try to get out of trouble. The on-deck batter is now the tying run. That would be Judson, so we'll probably see a pinch hitter. Jolly would love a double play here. Bases loaded, full of Reds. Semenick at the plate. How about a 31? That's a 14. That's not good news. He walks home a run. So he might have needed a few more warm-up tosses. Kluszewski trots home. And it's now 7-3. And all of a sudden the tying run's going to be at the plate. And Judson's day is going to be done. We'll have a pinch hitter for him. Who's it going to be? Let's see. Somebody who can hit, that's for sure. If they have anybody. Well, the best bet is going to be Borkowski, I think. Bush Borkowski. Robert Bush Borkowski is the pinch hitter for the Reds. So Borkowski grabs a bat and limbers up. He bats right. Bases loaded full of Reds. Borkowski represents the tying run at 7-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Things have gotten interesting. There's a 22. They just got more interesting. That's a 7 against an A. Single over second. 2 runs will score. So Temple is in. Post is in. Semenick's around second. I think he has an option to go to third. Only if he's an F, and he's not. He's an S. Slow runner. But a 2-run pinch hit single for Borkowski makes this one a little bit closer. It's now 7-5 here in the bottom of the 8th, and the Reds are not saying die. So first and second now with just 1 out as we find the correct page, and Bobby Adams comes up. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a base on balls. Jolly is ready. The pitch is a 25. 8 on an A. Grounded down to third. It's going to be fielded there by Matthews. He fires across the diamond and gets the sure out at first. The runners move up to second and third with 2 out now. And McMillan is due up. And he's better than anybody I have on the bench, I believe. So, yep, he's better than everybody I have on the bench. So Jolly will deliver to McMillan with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And that's not good news. A 1-1. All of a sudden, all the doubles are coming up. It's a 22. Oh, boy. And that's a 1. Oh, boy. He's a grade A. That's a home run. Roy McMillan of the occasional power surge cranks a 3-run home run here in the 8th inning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs. It is now 8-7 Cincinnati. Can you believe it, folks? They bring out their A reliever, and he gives up a 3-run shot. after walking in one. He walks in a run, gives up a 2-run single, and then a 3-run homer. And before you know it, it's 8-7 Cincinnati. And Bob Buell can only shake his head. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know why I took these guys off the field. They still got some hitting to do. So there's 2 outs now. They're ahead by a run, and Gus Bell is up with nobody on and 2 out. Looked like it was going to be a boring walk in the park, folks. All of a sudden, it's a very, very strange and wild game. 29-46 is a 29 to Bell. Grounder back to the pitcher. Jolly will grab it and throw to first to retire Bell, but the damage is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big runs in the 8th for the Reds. And they are intent on winning their home opener and spoiling Hank Aaron's Major League debut. They don't care about their kid. They want to win ball games. Well, that was something, wasn't it? Well, now what are they going to do? They need a pitcher here. Perkowski's going to come out. Let's see who the Reds have to clean things up. They're going to bring in their guy, Frank Smitty Smith. Another A. He's an A1X. And he will face 4, 5, and 6. Pafko, Aaron, and Adcock with a 1-run lead here in the 9th. What a game, folks. So Smith will go in line. Orkowski is done. I need a sip of tea before we continue this broadcast. So Pafko due up to lead off the inning. He is a 1 for 4 today, a run scored and an RBI. Milwaukee needs a run to keep this one going. It's 53. That is a 15-2 fielding, and that's a single to left. So Pafko starts things off with a base hit. Andy's on first. He's an average runner. And Aaron will come up. Henry has 3 base hits. Does he? Yeah, he has 3 base hits and 4 tries today. Smith delivers. Aaron, ready, 25. That's an 8 on an A. I think that's going to be an out. Grounder down to first. Fielded there by Kluszewski. He will flip to Smith to retire Aaron for the first out. Pafko gets himself in scoring position. So Pafko on second now with 1 out. And it's Adcock due up. Joe's 1 for 4. Drove in a run earlier. The pitch from Smith at 34. Fly ball out towards center field. Should be no problem and isn't for Bell. He takes it in. Pafko retreats to second as the throw comes into third, and it's going to come down to this, folks. Johnny Logan comes to the plate. Johnny's 0 for 2 on the day. He's walked twice and scored a run. Pafko out at second base. And Schmitty on the mound. He's ready. The pitch, a 42. That's a 22. And Pafko steals third. He caught everybody napping. Go figure. So Pafko 90 feet closer now. The tying run at third base with 2 outs, and Logan's back in the box. The 0-1 to Logan. The 31. That's a 9 on an A, and that's hit out towards center field. Never mind. Fouled off. Smith delivers to Logan again, and it's a strikeout, folks. Smitty with his first strikeout of the day to end the ball game. An amazing comeback for the Reds. They score 7 runs in the 8th inning and end up with an 8-7 victory. A wild one. So Hank Aaron's debut is spoiled somewhat. What a game. That was fun. I can't believe that happened. So Jolly takes the loss. Judson gets the win. And Smith will get his first save of the season. Thank you for joining me for our first APBA. Great game, DJ John. That was wild, wasn't it? We've had some good ones on the channel, but that's right up there for our first APBA game. That was a good time. Thanks for joining me, guys. I will be back later tonight. Actually, I may not be, to be honest with you. But the next game you see on the channel will be 1986 Continues, Stratomatic style. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you tuning in today. I hope you're enjoying your President's Day. Sports Time Machine, I hope you had a good lunch break. And we'll see everybody next time, okay? Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It's been really a lot of fun. If you like the content, remember to hit that little thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you do so. I won't give you that pitch very often, but once in a while, it's good to remind you. Again, the final from Cincinnati on opening day in 1954. The Reds 8, the Brewers 7. See ya.